What if the biggest sign that God is about to change your life is the very thing you've been praying to escape? Think about that. The waiting, the disappointment, the closed doors, the battles nobody knows you're fighting. You've been asking God for answers, but lately, all you've seen are delays. You've been believing for a breakthrough, but everything feels harder than expected. And maybe a part of you has started wondering if God has forgotten you. But what if he hasn't? What if this season is not punishment? What if it's preparation? Because God often does his deepest work before he reveals his greatest blessings. The struggle may be real, the pain may be real, but so is God's purpose. Today, you're going to discover powerful signs that God may already be transforming your life behind the scenes. Signs that can change the way you see your struggles, your waiting season, and your future. Let's begin with a truth many people overlook. God often prepares you before he promotes you. God often prepares you before he promotes you. God often prepares you before he promotes you. That truth can be difficult to accept when you feel ready for the next chapter, but nothing seems to be moving. You see the dream, you feel the calling, and you believe the opportunity should already be here. Yet God understands something we sometimes overlook. A blessing received too early can become a burden instead of a breakthrough. Preparation is where character is built. It is where patience develops, wisdom grows, and faith becomes stronger than feelings. The hidden seasons of life are not empty seasons. They are workshops where God shapes your heart for responsibilities you have not yet seen. While you are focused on reaching the destination, God is focused on building the person who will arrive there. Many people want influence, but God first develops integrity. Many want success, but God teaches stewardship. Many want open doors, but God strengthens them so they can walk through those doors with confidence and humility. Sometimes the waiting season is not evidence that God has forgotten you. It is evidence that he values your future enough to prepare you properly for it. The lessons learned in private often become the foundation for victories experienced in public. Every challenge, delay, and moment of growth may be part of a larger process designed to strengthen your faith, sharpen your purpose, and deepen your trust in him. Divine discomfort can be a sign of growth. Divine discomfort can be a sign of growth. There comes a moment when the things that once felt comfortable no longer bring peace. The routines that once satisfied you begin to feel limiting. The environment that once felt familiar starts to feel too small for who you are becoming. It can be unsettling, but it is often a sign that God is stirring something new within you. Growth rarely begins with comfort. It usually begins with an inner awareness that you were created for more than what you are currently experiencing. God sometimes allows a holy restlessness to enter your life, not to frustrate you, but to move you. That discomfort becomes the gentle push that encourages you to leave fear behind and step toward purpose. Many people mistake this feeling for failure when it is actually transformation. They assume something is wrong because they feel unsettled. In reality, God may be stretching their vision, expanding their faith, and preparing them for a new level of maturity. The discomfort may show up as a desire to improve your habits, strengthen your relationship with God, pursue a meaningful goal, or walk away from what no longer aligns with your values. It creates a tension between where you are and where you sense God is leading you. Within that tension, courage begins to grow, faith becomes more active, and a deeper version of yourself starts to emerge. Closed doors may be God's protection. Closed doors may be God's protection. Few experiences are more painful than watching an opportunity disappear when you believed it was meant for you. You prayed for it, planned for it, and imagined how your life would change if it worked out. Then suddenly the answer is no. The relationship ends. The job offer never comes. The opportunity slips away. In those moments, disappointment can feel overwhelming. What we often call rejection, God may call redirection. He sees details that remain hidden from us. He understands the consequences of paths we cannot fully evaluate. While we focus on what looks good in the moment, God sees the long-term impact on our purpose, peace, and spiritual growth. Sometimes a closed door protects you from relationships that would drain your strength. Sometimes it protects you from environments that would compromise your values. Sometimes it prevents you from settling for something good because God is preparing something better. Faith is tested when you cannot immediately understand why something did not happen. Trust grows when you choose to believe that God's wisdom is greater than your disappointment. Instead of forcing what is not opening, there is power in releasing control and allowing God to lead. Every closed door invites a deeper dependence on Him, teaching you to seek His direction above your own expectations and trust His vision beyond what you can currently see. Your struggles are building spiritual strength. Your struggles are building spiritual strength. In the middle of a difficult season, it rarely feels that way. Pain can make you question your progress. Challenges can make you wonder whether you are moving backward instead of forward. Yet some of the strongest people are not those who avoided hardship. They are the ones who encountered it and kept trusting God through it. Every challenge places a demand on your faith. Every obstacle gives you an opportunity to grow stronger than you were before. The pressure you feel today may be developing qualities that success alone could never produce. Patience is often formed during delays. Courage is often discovered in moments of fear. Resilience is often built through repeated setbacks. God does not waste pain. He can use difficult experiences to deepen your character and strengthen your spiritual foundation. The struggle that seems unbearable today may be teaching you how to stand firm tomorrow. It may be showing you that your strength does not come from perfect circumstances, but from God's presence within those circumstances. Practical growth happens during these seasons as well. You learn discipline when motivation fades. You learn perseverance when results are slow. You learn gratitude when blessings become easier to recognize. The storms of life reveal strengths you never knew existed, shaping a faith that is rooted not in comfort, but in confidence, endurance, and unwavering trust in God. God's timing is perfect even when it feels slow. God's timing is perfect even when waiting feels painful. Delays can develop patience, faith, and wisdom. What feels late to you may be God preparing the right moment. Discipline creates room for God's purpose. Discipline creates room for God's purpose. Small daily choices shape a stronger future. As you stay faithful in the ordinary, God builds the character needed for greater assignments. Fear loses power when trust in God increases. Fear grows when you focus on uncertainty. Trust grows when you focus on God. As faith deepens, courage rises, and the grip of fear begins to loosen. Rejection can redirect you toward your calling. Rejection can feel personal, but God can use it as direction. What didn't work out may be leading you away from limitation and toward purpose. The season you're in may be preparing your breakthrough. This season may feel difficult, but God is working beneath the surface. Every challenge, delay, and lesson can become part of the foundation for what He is preparing. God often prepares you before He promotes you. Before God opens greater doors, He shapes your heart. Hidden seasons develop wisdom, humility, and faith, preparing you for the responsibilities ahead. As you reflect on these signs, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. God is always working deeper than what your eyes can see. The closed doors, the waiting seasons, the struggles, the discipline, the fear you've been learning to overcome, none of it is random. Every challenge has been shaping something within you. Every delay has been teaching you trust. Every disappointment has been stretching your faith beyond what felt comfortable. The question is no longer whether God is moving. The question is whether you are willing to recognize His hand in the process. because transformation rarely arrives the way we expect. It often comes disguised as growth, responsibility, patience, and surrender. God is calling you beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond the version of yourself that keeps looking backward. He is inviting you into greater faith, deeper purpose, stronger character, and a closer walk with Him. Don't allow temporary circumstances to define your future. Don't allow today's struggle to silence tomorrow's calling. Stand firm, stay faithful, keep growing, keep trusting. The season you are living through today may one day become the testimony that proves God was guiding you all along.